and the first question was tell us about yourself. So, uh, I'm Kumar Gaurav, and I have done my BTech from in electrical and electronics domain from Institute of Technical Education and Research, and currently I am pursuing post graduation from Triple IT Bangalore in data analytics. So, I'm a adaptable data analyst skilled in interpreting and analyzing data in a fast-paced environment. I have proficiency in tools like R, Tableau, SQL, and Excel, and I have experience in preparing detailed documents and reports while managing complex internal as well as external data analysis responsibilities. I have knowledge and working experience in machine learning model using R. I have knowledge and working experience in HPALM for creating query report where we were using SQL queries to fetch reports of a particular kind. And I have experience of data generator which we use to get production data so that the we get the data for analysis without getting uh, unnecessary data, in the sense the it basically it is used to anonymize the data uh, which is very important for security. So data generator is for generating data or getting data from production database by anonymizing the fields which are very critical or very you which is very important for security purpose. And then I have working experience in automation as well. Automation, I used to do automation scripting using HPUFT, and I have also used version control systems like SVN. And and the next question is, why do you want to move from your current industry to data analytics? So uh, definitely data science or data analytics is a growing field, and uh, today a lot more organization and institutions in the financial sector as well are opening up their doors to big data and unlocking the power, thus increasing the value of data scientists who knows how to drive the value of a large amount of information that already exists inside an institution. And most of the projects I have done is for banking projects, so I definitely wanted to uh, pitch in the new data analytics part. And for me, data science was a way to become a detective. For every new case, you have to go into a new field to try to understand how it works, to massage the data until you understand them, and to try to acquire all knowledge of the field without being a specialist. And because I'm very curious about very different techniques in the science, for me it is exactly what I wanted. The next question is, what did you learn in the PG DDA course? So uh, here we have learned from the start everything. It includes using tools like Tableau or Excel in expertise sense, also the basics of data analysis and advance of data analytics using and uh, and the popular algorithms for machine learning, which are quite useful in industry. And I also did so many projects which were very from diverse fields, so it helped me in getting expertise, not I will not say expertise, getting knowledge from so many domains where analytics is being used. And the next question is, tell us about your favorite program from the PGDDA course. So I like the data analytics for HR people. It is also a separate field called HR analytics. So I like this project because it's every company, every organization is facing this, and so it is for everyone. So that's why I like this, because in all organization you face this situation. So basically the problem statement was for this was to understand what important and actionable factors organizations should use to curb employee attrition, and to identify patterns which may be used for taking actions, such as identifying what changes they should make to their workplace in order to get most of the employees to stay. And and for that we used logistic regression with step AIC method for factor elimination, because we separated it uh, on basis of probability that the particular person is going to leave the organization or not. And the next question is, what are the typical steps or checkpoints in a data analysis project? So, data analytics project consists of first business understanding, then data understanding, and then data preparation, and then we build the model, and then we evaluate it, and then we deploy it. And we deploy it after evaluation. If the model evaluation which we did, and we saw that it's not what we are getting, then we have to start it again from first from the first. In the sense, we need to check data preparation part, or maybe data understanding part, and from there we need to start again. So basically data understanding and data preparation part comes in exploratory data analysis, and in that we visualize the data, clean the data, and perform exploratory data analysis uh, through that. And the model building and model evaluation comes under predictive analysis. And for that we use like different models: linear regression, logistic regression, clustering, SVM. Based on based on exploratory data analysis, we can decide which model we can use. And it may happen that 2 3 models can be used for the same data set. So and we can check that one which we the one which is giving us the best result in the sense, one which is predicting the test data better, we should use that model. And the next question is, why does one needs to perform data cleaning? So data cleaning is very important part, because the data which we are giving in, uh, the model is building on the evaluation on that data. And basically we call it if we are putting garbage in data, then we are getting garbage out. So uh, data cleaning is most important part, as per, because all the model evaluation, everything will depend on that. And that's why it's very important to clean the data, check for duplicates, check for any values, check for the columns which are not significant. So those parts are very important. And the next question is, what is model overfitting? It is undesirable, explain. So yeah, so if we overfit the model, like if we overfitting the model, if we just train the data on the training set and it just mimic the same thing, it will not work on the test data, because it's just taking the model simply memorize the data rather than intelligently learning the underlying trends in it. It arises because it is possible to memorize data, uh, but in the real test, it have to work with unseen real world data. Should be simple as necessary, but not simpler that it is not able to predict well. So, when in doubt, we should always choose simple model. Advantage of simplicity are its robustness and making few assumption and less data required for learning. The example which for this would be uh, the student which mucks up everything. So, and the other one who understand the subject pretty well, but he have not learned everything. So when the questions come in an examination, so the one who have learned it, if he gets the same question what he have learned, he will definitely perform well than the other one who have understood it very well, because it's the same thing, and he will just uh, write the things which he have mucked up. But when the questions are different, then the guy who have mugged it will not be able to perform well, because the questions are different and he is not having the understanding of the subject. But the guy who is having understanding of the subject, he will definitely score well, because he have understood the subject, and he have not mugged it. He So the same thing happens in here as well. So uh, whenever we try to overfit data, it will perform well on the data on which we have built it, but on the testing data it will not perform well. Testing data in the sense the real data for which we will use the models, it will not perform well. Next question is, how do you decide if the model developed by you is good or not? So the best thing would be to check it in the real data, but we can also check it through the test data. Whenever we get the data, we divide it into one for training and one for testing. So testing if the test data gives us the same value, which was the same results, then we see that the model have worked well.